My husband and I just packed up all of our stuff and moved from Texas to Oregon. We took 4 bins like this in the car with us with our most valuable possessions that we didn't want to put on the truck, or things that were hard to replace or easily broken. These 2 bins out of that 4 are some of my most expensive, hard to replace handbags, jewelry, and a few other things. So I thought you might like to know how I packed it all, because maybe that could give you ideas if you're doing a move with your bags. So stay tuned to see what I got in here and how I got so much in these bins. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. So my husband Paul and I just moved to Oregon. We got here yesterday. Today's our first full day here in our new apartment. All we have are the 4 bins that we brought with us, as well as a few other bags, our animals, a few things that we've been able to go out and buy since we got here. So I want to get these 2 bins unpacked and get the bins out of the way before the movers come tomorrow and fill the entire apartment with stuff. So I thought this would be a good time to show you what I packed in here. So what I decided to take with me instead of put on the moving truck, and how I packed it, because I fit a ton of stuff in these 2 bins. First of all, these are really big bins. We got them at Office Depot. They were about $16 and sometimes on sale for as low as $10. And we ended up buying about 21 of them, I think. They have these bright yellow lids, so they're easily identifiable. And if you look on the front here, they have a sticker, the label that came with it, and we numbered each of those. And then I made an inventory list to make sure that I knew exactly what was in every single bin, because that's a lot to have to just go up and look, open each lid to find things. These are 27 gallons. So pretty big buckets. Let's start with this bin because I have less in it. First of all, since we've been here, on the road trip I took my Neverfull GM, and since we've been here I wanted a bag a little smaller. I definitely have smaller bags in here, but I didn't want to dig through because I knew I wanted to do this video. So I just pulled out my Louis Vuitton Turenne, which was on top, and that took up some of the extra space that's in this bin now, but that's how it looks. Otherwise, this was the stuffing that was in that bag. Standing up on its side right here is, and of course I put everything in the dust bags. This is my Gucci Dionysus Hobo with the dogs, this one. So that had to go with me. Let me clarify that one of the reasons I didn't want to put these on the trucks, it's not that I didn't trust the movers or anything, it's that it's a long move and I didn't want this stuff sitting inside a plastic bin where it can't breathe in a hot truck driving all across the country that isn't going to be air conditioned in the back. That could have caused some damage to some of these items. Not to mention, if anything did get lost, it would be very expensive and difficult to replace this stuff. Next to that, I have this bag. This is my Noe GM, and that was in a dust bag, and this is full of things, which is a pattern you're going to see. One of the things that I did was pack smaller things inside bigger things and smaller things inside those things. Here I have in a Coach bag. I'm not going to open everything for you because this isn't a, pardon if you can hear Roxy barking in the background. We have a patio door where she can see outside, and I knew she would love that, but I didn't realize it would be constant barking. I can tell you what's in here instead of opening every dust bag. This is from Dress Up Your Purse. It's like a pochette accessoire, but it is all vachetta. And then let me show you what's under that. So not all of this is in dust bags. I have my Louis Vuitton Eva, and I have my Mini Noe. And inside the Mini Noe, I have 2 pochette accessoires, the Monogram new model and then the Steven Sprouse Graffiti, which is the old model. Oh, this next thing you're gonna love. I've never shown you this before. This is a fantastic new bag. It's this. It's called the Baron. Wonderful bag. Looks just like a real dog. All right, under that, I have this Hermes scarf. This is that marbled one that I recently showed you the video on. Here's the dust bag for the Turenne. Next is this. This is my Louis Vuitton Ménilmontant, and there's nothing inside that one, I don't think. And then at the end, but there is more in here, This is my Louis Vuitton Delightful in the PM size, and that is full of things. So in here I have my Mini Speedy HL, and this is a Toiletry 15. And then inside there is my Louis Vuitton Locket bag. It's a Locket PM, Suhali leather. Underneath all that I have a layer of tissue paper because there's something under the tissue paper. Pull that out. Some of you are going to be horrified that I did this, and others of you are going to be like, they were made for that, so I get it. There is a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30. Look a little different? That's because it's folded flat the way it was meant to be. And the Speedy 25 also folded flat as intended. And the Neverfull MM folded flat. And underneath that is tissue paper to prevent color transfer from the next item, which is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 in Damier Azur. And you guessed it, the Neverfull flattened in Damier Azur. And that's everything in this bucket. Let's move that out of the way. Move this over where we can see better. Move the Turenne out of the way. This is just a little light jacket that I took with me. All right, this is probably the heaviest bin that was in the entire car. And it looks like that. It's packed pretty full. In here, I have Louis Vuitton perfume samples. Can't put those on the truck. Flammable things can't go on the truck, so had to come with me if I wanted to keep it. This is probably a bottle of Louis Vuitton perfume. Yes, it is. This is a piece from my Wolf jewelry box. It's one of the travel cases, and that would have some jewelry in it. Louis Vuitton perfume, and more, and more, and more. This little box is Louis Vuitton jewelry. I think this is an empty box. There's no jewelry in it, but it's a fancy, like Louis Vuitton fine jewelry box that I didn't want to throw away. I can't tell you how sad I am that I had to throw away so many luxury boxes and bags that I had been saving for years, and I just knew that there was no place to put them in this new, smaller apartment, and I also didn't want to ship them, so they went in the recycle bin, and I didn't have time to sell them or try to give them away. This is an Hermes little, it's supposed to be a soy dish. It's the Mosaic collection in the platinum, but I use it as a little jewelry tray. This Chanel beauty box has a lot of my SLGs, my little card holders. This Louis Vuitton fine jewelry box, if you open it up, it's got like a bracelet or necklace holder that has some Louis Vuitton jewelry. I have a bunch of small little Hermes boxes. These are mostly, or maybe all, scarf rings. And then I gotta sit down, my leg is falling asleep. This has 4 bags, but each of them has other stuff in it. This has my Epi Neverfull that you don't fold those. This one is my turquoise, you can see some of the turquoise there, my turquoise V Neverfull. Didn't want to fold that one, even though you could, but it's such a special one. I didn't want to do anything weird to it. This, what is this? Oh, it's in there upside down, so that's why I can't get to it. Oh, that's my Trevi PM. This last bag is the All Vachetta Noe GM. Inside the Epi Neverfull, I have a bunch of stuff packed in there. So that has the strap for the Trevi. It has the Neverfull pouch. That has my Chanel Moonlight on the Water sequin bag and some Louis Vuitton small goods, the Sarah wallet, these 2 pouches from the Felici, and the sunglasses GM. YSL little cosmetic case. And then this, if I remember correctly, yeah, this is all my Hermes scarves. I should show you, I guess. I had folded them and put them in a box, and I posted a picture of that on Instagram, and then the box ended up taking too much space. It was too not pliable, too stiff, so I put them in this bag instead. I was originally gonna put the scarves on the truck, and then I thought, what am I thinking? This need to go with me. The turquoise V Neverfull, right on the top, has my Hermes cashmere shawl, silken cashmere, I believe. And then it has this bag, which doesn't look like much, but this is a lot of my most prized jewelry, my most expensive and hard to replace jewelry. And each individual piece is wrapped in a tissue. I learned that trick from Jill Maurer. When you're traveling with your jewelry, that's a good thing to do to keep everything safe and to be able to keep it with you. Because I didn't bring my Wolf jewelry boxes with me. They took up too much space and were too heavy, so I had to ship those, but I took most of the jewelry out and wrapped it up to bring it. I have a few more Hermes scarves in here. There's a Henry Bendel lacquered tray. And then what is this? Oh, my Fendi sequin peekaboo. That's in there. Inside the Trevi, which I'm not going to take out because it's upside down and it's hard to get to, is more jewelry. And those pieces are packed in individual pouches. It's pretty full of jewelry. And then this one, and I have another Hermes box on the bottom of this. That's another scarf box. So I've got more scarves down there. All right, so here you can get a peek of the Vachetta Noé. Inside here I have my 2 Chanel reissues, the 227 in bronze and the 226 in turquoise. And then I packed a few things around that. I have the Louis Vuitton Azur Pochette Accessoire and the Sunglasses GM. And I have this from Dress Up Your Purse. And that looks like it. And a pouch I just saw from the Gucci Museum when we were in Italy. So that is how and what I packed in these bins. Hope you enjoyed seeing that. Sorry I can't just take everything out, and Baron says bye too. Roxy didn't want to come in earlier. She got herself locked out, so you'll see her later. Also, bonus feature, if you're curious what we had in the other 2 bins, I'll tell you real quick. One of them was all camera gear. Paul's camera backpack with all his camera stuff, my camera backpack with my camera stuff, and then he had another little bag that had camera stuff, and that took up that whole bin. The 4th bin was stuff we were gonna need here between the time we arrived and the movers arrived, which has been, tonight will be the 2nd night. So that had 2 twin air mattresses, sheets for those air mattresses. We had 2 pillows, but they didn't fit in the bin, so we just carried them in the car. We also had first aid kits. We had a couple rolls of toilet paper, a roll of paper towels, just basic stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.